you Zwane. Orlando Pirates just need to relax, man. I don't feel like they came back in the second half. They were they were just looking. They're just all over the place. They're just all over the place since they came back in the second half, and they will end up costing themselves this game because they have no right to be losing or drawing this game against Belouizdad. They have no right to be drawing, or rather, have no excuse to be drawing or losing this game to Belouizdad. Yes, yeah, I must say, Belouizdad have been honestly on attack mode. They have been on attack mode, like I said, since the second half resumed. But I still feel like Orlando Pirates are still in control of this game. They can still win this game. They just need to control the position and also be quick on transition because, like I said, look, there's a space there. Making a wrong pass, Mahopa, a wrong pass there, Mahopa. You can't be doing that. Okay, let me see. Belouizdad will end. Oh, man, Perez skating on a thin ice. Honestly, Orlando Pirates. It would be disappointing if Orlando Pirates don't go on and win this game, because how do they allow Belouizdad to be in control of the match? Because they're giving Belouizdad so much position of the ball now. I feel like taking off Relebule Mofokeng. Yes, it was a good substitution because he has not been in the game in this second half. But then bringing on Marco, I don't think that was a wise decision from coach Jose Ribeiro. I don't think that was a smart substitution to make. I don't think so. I don't know what Orlando Pirates fans think, but it's way too early. It's way too early for that, because this will just give um, Belouizdad so much confidence. CBC then Sesame ball watching there from CBC and Sesame, with that goal from Nkanyi Somayo. They should have done better. They should have done way better there. Good catch there from China. It needs to wind out the clock. Like, don't be rushing to release the ball. Take a couple of seconds on the floor and before you can release the ball, because right now, man, like the pressure is piling up on Orlando Pirates. The pressure is piling up on Orlando Pirates. Yeah, this is the Champions League. This is Champions League at its peak. This is Champions League now. Like, now Orlando Pirates are gonna earn their money. Like, now Orlando Pirates, these Orlando Pirates players now, they will earn their money now. It's not gonna be easy now until the 90th minutes. 75th minutes, the next 15 minutes are gonna be very critical. The next 15 minutes, very critical. So Mayani came off for Dino van Royen, and then Bata came off for Dlamini, and then Mofokeng came off for Marco. Another right back, Munyani, going off injured for Orlando Pirates. Orlando Pirates, they keep losing their right backs, man. They keep losing their right backs. Uh, Dean van Royen coming back from an injury that he picked. And like now, Munyani also going off again with an injury. So things are not looking good for Orlando Pirates at right back. And yeah, that depth is going to be very much tested. The depth at that right back position is being tested right now. But then Dean van Royen, good player, man. Good, top quality player, man. Dino van Royen. I rate him very highly. He'll come on for Munyani. Okay, so there's Orlando Pirates fans in the stadium. That's great to see. Honestly, that is so good to see, man. Seeing South African fans in a stadium away from home, like that is honestly, because normally it's always when this African team come and play in South Africa, they always have spectators. They always have their supporters. So it's good to see that like there are other South Africans in Algeria. So I'm happy with that. On a Pirates on attack, uh, wrong pass there from Dion Hotto. Uh, Almost 10 minutes left. So that yeah, now Orlando Pirates need to make sure that they don't concede, because if they do, man, like that will like that'll be the worst thing ever. That would be the worst result for Orlando Pirates, because they had this game like right in the palm of their hands, and I don't think they'll be able to come back. Like the confidence that they will lose from giving it away. They have to make sure that like they defend their league like their lives depended on it. Like Paris, yeah. Nah, Paris is playing with fire, guys. Paris is playing with fire. Let's hope they don't get banned, because yeah, this Belouizdad team is looking very serious now. They're looking serious, man. Like with these crosses, counter attack Orlando Pirates. Come on, release it. Uh, hard luck there. Yeah, no, Orlando Pirates have a difficult task on their hands now. Like they have a difficult task now. If I'm the coach, I'm taking off. Come on, Koto, arrive fast. Cross. That was. Why not pass, man? Who's this guy? Offside. Uh Dion Hotto, man. Like, anyways. he held on to the ball way too long. Well, he had like two options. It was Dlamini and Tito Masonga. He held on to the ball way too long. Do you know how to? Yes, he put China wasting time there, which has every right to do so. Every right to waste a bit of time, because if it was the other way, they would have done. They would be doing the very same thing. About 6 minutes left on the clock. So yeah, Orlando Pirates getting closer and closer and closer to that famous victory, man. Because this will be a huge, huge, huge victory for Orlando Pirates. This will be a great, great victory for Orlando Pirates. And you know what, man? They deserve it. Like, fair play to Orlando Pirates. They do deserve this victory. Like, just let's just be honest. They've been dominant. They've been dominant in J. Like, they just need to make sure that like they don't make any silly mistakes at the back. Support China. Make sure that like you waste a bit of time every chance you get, and then it's only a matter of minutes, man. It's only a matter of minutes, and you go back to Orlando Stadium with maximum points. I mean, that will do Orlando Pirates the world of great. Sliman, you see, this team, man, is very dangerous when it comes to crosses, man. And Orlando Pirates keeps allowing them to get to deliver those crosses. I don't understand why they keep doing this. This team is dangerous with when it comes to crosses. Very, very dangerous. They scored from a set piece. They have a Islam Slimani there. Is very tall, very strong, very very dangerous aerially. And Orlando Perez keep giving this team opportunities to deliver crosses. And I hope they don't live to regret it. But yeah, anyways, man, you know, evidence my hope, bro. So many Orlando Pirates fans constantly questioning why the guy starts games, but then the guy does so much for Orlando Pirates. The guy does so much for Orlando Pirates, which I'll get into during halftime. But I feel like he deserves so much credit and he deserves respect, because if Mabasa had started the game, Mabasa doesn't allow Mofokeng and Ngcobo to have the freedom that they have. Uh, Mabasa most of the time occupies those spaces that Ngcobo wants to occupy. Mabasa occupy those spaces that Relebolo Mofokeng wants to occupy. So I see why the coach prefers Mahopa instead of Mabasa. Yes, Mabasa scores more goals, but because there's a reason why he scores more goals. But then what Mahopa does, man, like honestly, like it's just great. You need to analyze football in order to see what Mahopa offers to this Orlando Pirates team, because he allows other players to shine at his own expense, and not many players can allow that. Not many players can do that. Every other, players want to shine. No, there's no other player that will allow other players to shine at his own expense. Never. But then Mahopa is selfless to do that, and Orlando Pirates need to put some respect on Mahopa, man. But then, yeah, man, only a couple of minutes left before Orlando Pirates. Honestly, this is impressive, man. If Orlando Pirates somehow manage to stay in the game and get the maximum points, bro, this will boost Orlando Pirates' confidence so much. Sekusele kancane. Abbas is coming on. Nkota coming off. Nkota, my man of the match today. Hands down, man of the match. Like the boy is cold, man. He is cold. He's cold, man. Like the boy is just too good, man. Like he's cold, super, super, super cold, man. Like he has an ice in his veins. Couple of minutes, man. Orlando Pirates are almost there. Orlando Pirates is almost there. Oh, another set piece to Belouizdad. That's what Orlando Pirates need to be avoiding, man. This set pieces, man. I really hope that they don't regret it later. This set pieces. This one is even closer to their box than the previous ones. Oh, ah, okay. Orlando Pirates live to see another day, but then they need to be careful, man. 6 minutes added. Kosinati there. Orlando Pirates on attack. They should, you know what? Orlando Pirates need to they need to waste time now. They need to manage game, and that's something that Orlando Pirates have been lacking. They need to know how to manage game. Like now, there's no need for Orlando Pirates to be attacking. Go to the corner, waste time. Just that's careful experience. They need to be doing that, not just lose position of the ball that easily. Oh, Pare- yeah, man. And just like that, Orlando Paris 2, Belouizdad nil. Orlando Paris, honestly, this is, I don't want to say history, but impressive, 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 super, super impressive stuff from Orlando Paris, man. Like going all the way to Algeria in your first CAF Champions League after a very long time and get maximum points. And also playing against an experienced side, I would say, in Belouizdad, and also having one of the more your youngest two players having such an impact in this game, like it's something that like I think needs to is something that like needs to Alana Perez deserves so much credit for because normally if it was any other team, especially like any other South African team, I don't think you would have a team in South Africa going to AFCON, going to CAF Champions League and starting two players that are like literally like in their twenties, like or not in their twenties, both two players that are literally just 20 years of age. Because yes, we know that here in South Africa, we hardly give young players a chance to like young players to start games. And for Orlando Perez and for Coach Ribeiro, to have to have the confidence in Nkota and RELE Mofokeng, I feel like he deserves just as much credit, Coach Ribeiro, because I mean they proved today that like age does not matter. Age is nothing but a number. As long as you're good enough, you're old enough. And Mohau Nkota, bro, the ability of that young boy, man, the ability of young Nkota, man, so much. I think there's still so much coming from Nkota. And what I like about what I like about Nkota is that like the ability to finish even from outside of the box, like, and it's doing that like literally at the age of 20. I can only imagine like how much better you'll get, like let's say when he's 10, 23, 24, 25. Like the boy has so much ability and the ability to strike the ball so good, like, and come on, I cannot give him enough credit. I cannot honestly, I don't even know what more to say about him because whenever I watch him he impresses me all the time. And the fact that like he can, how difficult it is to strike a ball and to have it on target, it's not something that like it does not come naturally. You need to have the ability to do that. You need to have the technique to do that. And for him to have that technique at 20 years of age is truly truly impressive. And it's the technique that most players still don't have in South Africa. It's a technique that players even retire without having. And for him to have that, I mean, I can when I think of players, I can think of Katlo Mpela, um, Tlhompho Kekana, players that used to have the ability to strike the ball from outside of the box and score. Players that used to have that technique of striking the ball from a long range and score. It's only a couple of players. It's not a ability that everyone has. It's very rare to find such players. I can think of Katlo Mpela, Tlhompho Kekana,
Who else? Who else can I think of? Who else? I'm having difficulties even like thinking of other players that can do that and do it on inconsistent basis. And already this season, he has two goals that can be contenders or literally are contenders for goal of the season. Two goals. And how many appearances does he have at Orlando Pirates? He doesn't have more than 10 appearances playing at the senior level. So Orlando Pirates have themselves a gem. Orlando Pirates have a gem in their hands, man. And I'm envious of Orlando Pirates because you cannot be having two players at age of 20 that have actually has so much potential. So much potential because I mean these two players are unstoppable. The maturity that they have at the age of 20 is honestly truly astonishing. When last did we have a player at the age of 20, not even one, two players at the age of 20 playing as well as Mohaun Kota and Relewile Mofokeng are playing right now. Relewile Mofokeng again, providing two assists for Mohaun Kota. Again, he did that in the last on his first appearance when he scored a brace. Even today, both of them making their first appearance in the CAF Champions League, still continuing to show being important for Orlando Pirates and delivering the result for Orlando Pirates. I thought this was gonna be a challenge for both players. I said it prior to the game, and I was like, I'm interested to see how well Relebele Mofokeng will perform, how well Mohamed Kota will perform, because this is a different stage for them. This is a different level for them. It's Champions League away. It's gonna be difficult. Difficult atmosphere, conditions are gonna be different. Um, they're gonna be subjected to hard tackles. We know that like these North African teams, how difficult they can be. But then the boys were not phased. They were not phased at all. They played as if they were playing here at home. They played as if they were playing in the garden. They were playing as if like they were playing with players that they used to be playing. They treated CAF Champions League as if it was PSL. There was no difference to them, and they just played their normal game. And it's something that like players, especially like South African players, they need to learn from these two players, because like we have players like maybe changing their games because like maybe they're playing in a different condition or they're playing away. These players just play their normal game, and testament to credit to Coach Riviere, because like those are instructions from the coach. Go out there, express themselves, express express yourself, play your normal game, don't change your game, play the way you know your football the way you know how, and that's what they did. And you cannot, honestly, you cannot hate at that. You cannot hate at that. And one another player that I want to talk about is Evidence Mahopa. Honestly, the most underrated player at Orlando Pirates, the most underrated player for Orlando Pirates, because the guy gives, honestly, he offers Orlando Pirates so much, and he continuously get disrespected. He continuously getting disrespected, because I feel like if Mahopa doesn't start the game today, Relebile Mofokeng and Nkota, yes, I know in the second half, both their performances kind of like went down. I think honestly, if you're really being honest, Orlando Pirates' performance in the second half kind of like went down, and which you'd expect, because I mean, uh, Belouizdad is playing at home, so they were eventually gonna come back and control the game because they're playing at home. I mean, it's halftime. Obviously, like the coach instructed them differently, told them like, you know what, you need to do better than that. You can't be playing, giving Orlando Pirates so much respect and allowing them to control the game, because that's what Orlando Pirates did. They controlled the game from the first whistle, played on the front foot, dominated the position of the ball, created more chances that Belouizdad did not allow Belouizdad to come out of their set and play their normal game. And they literally like made it difficult for Belouizdad in the second half, in the first half. But then in the second half, the game changed. Belouizdad were confident, got their goal. I feel like Ngani Somayo in the second half came back a different animal, and I think impacted the game. And I really hope that like the coach, I know that like I said, he doesn't start that many games. He has not even scored before for that team. So hopefully that goal that he scored against Orlando Pirates will give him more confidence. Also, um, give the coach the confidence to start him, because we want to see him do well. I want to see Mario doing well there in Algeria, and hopefully he gets picked for Fana Bafana. And yeah, I want him to do well. I don't want him to be being on the bench and not performing well. out there because he represents South Africa, anyways. So yeah, and then also, like I said, Evidence Mahopa, very underrated, very very underrated because the guy works his socks off. He works so hard for the team. He doesn't mind if he doesn't score as long as, and he has like you have the players like Mohang Kota, Mofokeng, and Patrick Masonge shining because of the hard work that Evidence Mahopa put. Because again, in the first half, Patrick Masonge should have scored a goal, should have had a couple of goals in the first half. Yes, like not every chance they get you're going to convert, but then some of the chances that Patrick Masonge had, man, like he was playing well. Like make no mistake, he was honestly one of the best. I mean, there were so many best performers at Orlando Paris in the first half. Patrick Masson was popping up the ball, like just playing those 1-2, was expressive, delivering the passes. Like he was playing very well. Like honestly, like Paris in the first half, man. If you didn't watch Paris in the first half, you missed out. Like they literally like outplayed Belouizdad. Like they were playing very very well. It was as if they were playing at Orlando Stadium. It was as if they were playing here at home. They were playing very, very well. Makaule, like honestly, man, like one of the best players, like at Orlando Paris. Like I said, in the first half, there's no, I can't even think of one player at Orlando in this Orlando Paris side that was not playing well. Even Sipo Chine came through with top saves, man. Like the save that he made were like, bro, like this Orlando Paris team. Honestly, like I'm impressed. I'm so impressed. They just need to use their chances because had like I said, had Belouizdad come back and equalize and drew this game, Orlando Pirates would have themselves to blame because, like I said, they should have scored like 3 or 4 goals in the first half. Not even 3 or 4, like they could have scored so many goals in the first half. Patrick Masson had a couple of chances. Relebile Mofokeng had a couple of chances. Nkota also, I mean, the other chance that like he had before he scored the second goal, bro, like Orlando Pirates, man, this team, yeah. The fact that they can play this well away in their first Champions League game after such a long time, it really, really like it stresses me because I'm like, this team is actually not faced by anything. This team can like they have so much belief in themselves, and they can actually go on and challenge Mamelodi Sundowns for this league until the last game of the season. So like now, I have a different opinion about Orlando Pirates. I have more respect about this Orlando Pirates team than I had before, and yeah, it worries me. It worries me, man, so much. I need to be honest. Like I'm worried right now because, and like now they're like I said, Mamelodi Sundowns find themselves in on the back foot in the league. They are on the back foot again in the Champions League. Orlando Pirates, they are comfortable in the league. They are comfortable also in the Champions League because winning away in the Champions League, bro, that's one of the most difficult things to do. Winning away in the Champions League is the most difficult thing to do. And for Orlando Pirates to do it so comfortably, it says a lot about this team. It says a lot about this Orlando Pirates side that, like, yeah, we need to take them serious. And they are serious this season. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. And it's going to be a long, long season for whoever that is like they're taking this Orlando Pirates team lightly because this team has what it takes, and this team can go all the way this season. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Like I said, I mean, Sipo China came through with some top saves, man. Like honestly, like he's that goalkeeper for Orlando Pirates. Orlando Pirates have been missing or have been needing a top goalkeeper, and I feel like they have it in Sipo China. Taviso Monyane, honestly, solid in the first half, and just unfortunate that he came off injured. And another thing, man, Orlando Pirates having difficulties in their right back position. They're continuously losing their right backs. Today, Dino van Rooyen coming back from an injury again. When I thought, oh, maybe Orlando Pirates will have a break in the right back, Tabiso Menyane picks up another injury, and it's just difficult time for Orlando Pirates in their right back position. Then Dion Hotto, I must say, very very impressed with Dion Hotto, man. Like playing that left back, he was solid, very very solid, and also very very good going forward, bro. Like this team, man. Tabiso Sisani and Ngosinati Sibisi solid in the center in the center half of Orlando Pirates, because I thought like Islam Slimani was gonna give them a difficult chance. They contained him. They contained Islam Slimani. They did not give him any chance to breathe. They did not give him any opportunities. Islam Slimani did not do anything in this game. And I was like, the guy's gonna give Sisani and CBC a difficult time. But then they literally like dealt with him. They honestly they dealt with him like so easily. Like the guy did not have any chances. And Tantambata and Makaule Telethembata had a couple of sloppy mistakes in the first half. I don't know, maybe the occasion was too big for him. He had a couple of misplacing chances, passes, and just not getting hold of the ball. And but then as the game went on, he regained his confidence, and he was also very important for Orlando Pirates. Makaule, man, the guy honestly, the guy makes no mistake. He doesn't make that many mistakes. The guy is solid. Like honestly, the guy is just he just goes on about his work, man. He doesn't bother anyone, just does his job to honestly like to the best in J. Like honestly, another performance from Makauleni that just goes under the radar. Honestly, it just goes under the radar and just one of those people that like it doesn't get praise, it doesn't get credit for the job that he does for this Orlando Pirates team because when he's not there, you can see that Orlando Pirates is missing something and he deserves his respect and he deserves his credits. Like I said, Kota obviously a man of the match because he scored 2 goals and not even just because he scored 2 goals. He was honestly he was a threat. He was a threat in this Orlando Pirates team and this I mean Belouizdad did not see him coming. They did not see him coming. Both him and RELE MOFOKENG. I mean, come on, guys. Like I said, it's not even fair. It's not even fair for to work for this for PSL teams because like these guys, if they remain at Orlando Pirates for the next 2-3 seasons, then I mean they only gonna get better from here. They only gonna get better from here with age, with experience, and they're just gonna get better. And it's just not fair for the opposition in the PSL because a lot of players have their future like locked in jam and both winger on both wings. So it's gonna be difficult for Saleng to come back in this side. It's gonna be difficult for Saleng to bench Mohau Nkota because the boy literally is taking his chance by both hands and is dominating and is playing well. He's scoring goals. And he's just playing like he's been playing for Orlando Pirates for seasons and seasons, but you can't even tell that like this is first season, and he hasn't had more than 10 appearances for Orlando Pirates. So incredible, man. Patrick Masonga played well, created chances, just did not take chances that he had. Like I feel like he should have scored. Like I said, he should have scored. Had so many chances in the first half, could have scored, but hopefully he learned from this and in the next games he takes his chances. Evidence Mahopa, like I said, very very underrated, very underrated. Works so hard. Holding up the position, the ball, and making other players shine at his expense. Very selfless, man. Deserves so much credit, Evidence Mahopa. And yes, he didn't score, but bro, the guy offers Orlando Pirates so much. He offers Orlando Pirates so much, man. And I'm just glad that like Jose Riviero does see it, and honestly, like the guy. I mean, even in the next game, yes, he didn't score. I would still start Evidence Mahopa against Al Ahly because he's very instrumental. He's very instrumental for this Orlando Pirates team. So yeah, man, that's Orlando Pirates 2, Belouizdad 1. Impressive result for Orlando Pirates, which put them in the second position, a very comfortable position, man. Going away, scoring 2 goals and only conceding one, something that like deserve praises. And like now, Orlando Pirates, the next game is playing against Al Ahly. They just need to get a point or get a win. I think Orlando Pirates will definitely be going to the next coming out of the group stages and going to the knockout stages because if they can beat Belouizdad away, there's no way Belouizdad will come to Joburg and beat Orlando Pirates at Orlando Stadium. That is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. So Orlando Pirates, man, well done to Orlando Pirates. They found that they put themselves in a very good position right now. And the game against Al Ahly, I'm sure they'll go into that game with so much confidence, and they should give Al Ahly no respect, the same as they did against Belouizdad. This team they are beatable. Al Ahly is beatable. Yes, I said they will win the Champions League, but then if Orlando Pirates approach the game against Al Ahly the way they approach the game against Belouizdad, and I don't see Al Ahly going away with getting results against Orlando Pirates. They just need to play on the front foot, dominate the ball, create chances. But then one thing they need to do differently: take those chances that you create, because today they were wasteful. Yes, they managed to score 2 goals in the first half, but if we're being honest, Orlando Pirates was very, very, very much wasteful. They were so much wasteful, and on any other day, if they was deadly enough, bro, this game was should have been done in the first half. But I'm sure they will take some lessons from this game and try to improve on those mistakes that they committed, and those things that they need to improve and get better. But then from me, yes, we know we didn't get the best result today, Mamelodi Sundowns. But then I really hope that like let me not talk about Mamelodi Sundowns because this Orlando Pirates post match analysis. But anyways, all done to Orlando Pirates, man. Yeah, a well deserved victory. Played well, dominated. I mean, look at the passes. 536 passes away at home, bro. It tells you big chances, 3 big chances for Orlando Pirates. 19 total shots. Belouizdad only had 9. I mean, 7 corner kicks for Orlando Pirates. Belouizdad only had 1. I don't know if Orlando Pirates are just too good or Belouizdad is not that great. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is Orlando Pirates that great? That too good? They're just too good, or Belouizdad is just not that great? I don't know. But one thing that I know is that this Orlando Pirates is unstoppable. This Orlando Pirates is a threat, and this Orlando Pirates will definitely be going challenging for the Champions League. They are not there to add numbers. They are there to challenge. Whether they will win it or not, it remains to be seen. But then one thing is I can tell you is that like everyone has a chance to win this Champions League. As long as you play your normal game and as long as you are attacking and as long as you're scoring goals, you will win this Champions League. So from me to you guys, thank you guys for tuning in. And before you go out, please make sure that you start subscribe and you stay subscribed and you also like the video. And I'll see you guys weekend. There's games weekend, PSL games. And yeah, man, let's talk again soon. Keep well and well done to all on the Pirates, man.